Before we discuss this subject, I wanted to repeat some of the historical events about Buddha. Right after Buddha achieved enlightenment and the Bodhi tree at Bodhi Gaya, then he walked long distance to Deer Park to meet 5 companions. They were used to practice meditation together. And he delivered the first Dharma talk at Deer Park. And the subject of the Dharma talk was Four Noble Truths. Four Noble Truths are the fundamental teaching in Buddhism. As a Buddhist, we all need to understand what are those truths. And it's better for us to study this teaching first. The first truth is dukkha. When I decided to use dukkha to introduce the first truth, because through translation, sometimes it may not be able to express its original meaning. In Chinese, we always translate dukkha into suffering. Maybe, we can see some suffering phenomena around the society. And but when people hear suffering, they are always thinking we are having very serious difficulties in life. How about people living in the States still enjoy certain comforts? And so sometimes some people, they cannot understand the meaning of a suffering in order to understand the meaning of a dukkha. There's another translation in English. Probably that is a better translation. The unsatisfactory experiences. The unsatisfactory experiences. That means as long as you are not satisfied with your daily life, your family, your job, your stocks, your friendship, anything that is happening to you make you feel uncomfortable, make you feel worried. There's this satisfaction inside you, no contentment. Then at the moment, that is dukkha. Yesterday, Venerable Nanda visited the center, also the temple. And Venerable Nanda and we met 30 years ago. We are good friends. And he said, Reverend Han Yi, I'm going to visit the center with 70 people. I said, welcome to go to the center. I will be there with you. He said, we will be there at 2 yesterday, Saturday. I said, welcome. I will be there with you. After a few days, they said, no, we cannot be there at 2. We will be there at 3. That's okay. You are welcome to the center at 3. But somehow yesterday, he came at 2:30. That's a middle way. Okay, I still feel very enjoyable to greet them at the center. Enjoy the moment. If I say I'm not satisfied with the way you give me the time, okay, I'm in trouble. So, how to appropriately dealing with changing phenomena? We have to find a way. Okay, the first noble truth is dukkha. The second one is the cause of dukkha. Just like I said a while ago, I don't want to use my ignorance and greed or anger to deal with things around me, changing phenomena around me. Okay. Then the third truth is the end of dukkha. All kinds of difficulties, worries, or sufferings can be ended. Okay? And that is very important. If this illness cannot be treated, then we are in trouble. But Buddha said, there is a stage to end all kinds of dukkha. Finally, the fourth truth is the way to extinguish dukkha. These are 5 or 8-fold paths. So that's why I decided to introduce those 8-fold paths to you. Let's continue to study. Even though in the previous time you read the book about 8-fold path, you heard the Dhamma talk about 8-fold path. But let's continue to study this teaching, because we may not be able to completely clearly understand those teachings. Even we understand how to put into action in daily life, we have to continue to find a way to improve the practice of 8-fold paths. Can you remember those 8-fold paths? I think the first one is right view, second one is right thinking, then right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, okay, right concentration. Those sequences actually very important. Yeah. When I talk about right mindfulness, without right mindfulness, it's very difficult to have right concentration. So sometimes, okay, we understand why in Buddhism, Buddha taught in this sequence. Today, we are going to spend some time to study right speech. Okay. Right speech simply means when we talk, we wanted to follow reasons, correct understanding. Follow reasons or correct understanding. And say things are related with truth, not false understanding. Then, when we talk about right speech, actually, we wanted to find out, even these words not related with lying, but is beneficial. We wanted to produce benefits to yourself and to others. If certain language is not beneficial, be careful. Maybe it's not right speech. And also, when we talk, it's better to remain your joyful feeling inside you. You are happy to share certain thoughts with others. Okay. Not using negative attitude to express those words. Okay. Why we need to talk? Basically, we wanted to communicate with others. Do you agree with this? Why we need to talk? Today, I'm talking to you. Why we need to talk? Why I need to present a speech over here? Because I wanted to communicate with you. You wanted to, through this listening process, to understand something that related with Buddha's teaching, to communicate, to share knowledges. Based on this purpose, today I feel, when we talk about right speech, we should be including emails, text messages. How do you feel about that? You are not use your mouth to communicate, but you use your computer, iPhone, to communicate with others. How about the silence? There's no sound at all, but somehow through email, you are communicating with others. Through text message, you are communicating with others. So in my understanding, I feel today, when we talk about right speech, it should be include emails, text messages. That means be careful when you use those words. When you use your writing to express your thoughts. Okay. recently I was dealing with one situation. A lady went to overseas, then back to Houston. She decided to quarantine herself at home. Okay, not going out to meet people and stay home for 14 days. That was very good because we asked all members, if you visit certain area and back to the States, you automatically quarantine yourself at home for 2 weeks. She's doing this for herself and for others. That's wonderful. But after she decided to stay home for 14 days, then she started to notice that some people did call her. How are you doing? Do you need food? Okay, so we can deliver food to your place. Okay. And she said, I'm okay. I have plenty of food in my refrigerator. Don't worry. So actually, some people, some friends did call her. But somehow, she's not very happy during the quarantine time because she was waiting for some other friends to call her. So this group called me, okay, you are okay, you are fine. But somehow this group never called me. She expected some other people to call her. But somehow some other people may not notice that she's at home quarantining herself for some time. Maybe people were busy and did not have a chance to call her. So finally, she was not satisfied. She's not satisfied. She has dukkha inside her. She started to complain through text messages. The message goes fast, not just in the States, even through Taiwan. Why I know this this issue? Because someone from Taiwan text message to me. So do you know that verbal language actually cannot pass in through that fast? Long time ago, in ancient time, Larry, when I talk to you in person for some time, if you want to pass the message, it's difficult. Nowadays, through your iPhone, it's fast and reaching so many people at the same time. So right now, this lady, she's not very happy because the way she thinks, the way she receives, the way she reacts through those writings, I discovered she's not a happy person. But one day I'm going to talk to her in person. I'm not going to use text message. And okay, maybe do something to support her and help her. Yeah. So today, when I say write speech, basically I feel we need to include our emails and also text messages. Yeah. All kinds of writing to communicate with others. Okay. Not just limited to verbal words. So this is one important understanding that I feel I wanted to share with you today.
How about Twitter?
Okay.
Twitter and Facebook and
Maybe later, okay, we can discuss other matters. Also, I wanted to use one sutra that I introduced this sutra to you last time. The sutra on Anuruddha's 8 mindfulness. The sutras on Anuruddha's 8 mindfulness. In this sutra, actually, Buddha explained what is the meaning of right understanding what is the meaning of right thinking, also including what is the meaning of right speech. Okay. According to this sutra, there are two categories of right speech, exactly like last time. The first level is worldly right speech. The second level is unworldly or transcendental right speech. When we talk about worldly right speech, it's very simple. We all understand those contexts. We don't want to say something that is not true. Say things that is true. Okay? Do not lie on the facts. Okay? So, no lying is the one in this sutra. And also the second one is even the truth. But if you say this to others, it's going to create disputes between people. What do you call this? Gossip or what? Yeah, anything, maybe even it's true. But when you say this to someone, sometimes it's going to create disputes among people. In Chinese we say 挑拨是非. Yeah, you make two friends against each other. Those words are not right. Okay. Do you know, Mr. A said yesterday to me, he doesn't like you. Even Mr. A said this yesterday. Do you want to repeat to another person? He was mentioning. No, you don't want to repeat. Even it's true. Because you are going to create problems between these two people. Okay? So that is another rule that we need to understand what is the right speech. Also, we don't want to use harsh words to express our thoughts. Sometimes very, very harsh. Use slang, what do you call it? Slanders? Yeah. Unfriendly words. Criticize others. Okay. And finally, another rule that we need to know is we don't want to speak any language that is not related with right thinking, maybe wrong thinking, or words without meanings. For example, some jokes. It's not beneficial. There's no meaning at all. Maybe you are going to hurt people. Maybe you are going to lead people to think in a wrong way, in a very impolite way. Okay, meaningless words. Okay. And that is not connected with right thinking. Then we should be avoided. Then transcendental level, it says that every time when we talk, it's better to relate what our talking subjects with the Dharma. That means when we talk, we wanted to emphasize on loving kindness, compassion, okay, how to support each other. When we talk, we wanted to understand the meaning of impermanence. When we talk, we wanted to discuss how to explain some phenomena based on the universal law of cause and effect. When we talk, we wanted to mention this important teaching, selflessness. So, according to this sutra, and when we talk, it's better to relate with those subjects. And then it will be very helpful to all the people around us. Then when we talk, we don't want to use talking alternative to develop our own impure desires. after today's Dharma talk, what can you do something for? Okay. Can you do something for me later? Okay. Asking someone's favor after the talk. Maybe you wanted to gain something. I wanted to gain famous. I wanted to be popular. Okay. And so those are impure desires. For a monk, actually, every time when we talk, we need to remember all talks should not be related with fame, to be popular, okay, in society, or not to gain offerings from lay Buddhists. Okay, this is according to the Sutra on Anuruddha's 8 mindfulness. I don't feel there's translation in English, but it's in the library. And the sutra is not very long, but a very, very important. Yeah. Then I wanted to move to another part, based on the sutra on Upasaka precepts. The sutra on Upasaka precepts. A few years ago, I did use the sutra to share the Dharma with you. The sutra on Upasaka precepts. Okay. Upasaka means lay male Buddhists, including female Buddhists. Upasaka. Okay. Precepts, Bodhisattva precepts. There are so many details. Today I cannot introduce all the details. How can we develop the skill, the right attitude to talk? I just select some. There are 16 of it. I select some to introduce to you in order to understand how can we improve our talking skill. The first one is talk when the timing is right. Talk when the timing is right. Today, I prepare myself to be here around 10:15. It's the time for me to talk to you today. If I say, no, today I don't want to talk to you at 10:15. I want to talk to you at 12:15. Nobody can really stay that long today. So the timing is not right for the group. Okay, the best time for me to talk is 10:15 and until maybe 11:15. The timing should be right in order to talk. This is the first meaning. Okay. The second meaning, I feel we should understand this part in this way. When the timing is right, then we talk. That means even we want to talk, how about the listener? She's not ready yet. He's not ready yet. I want to talk to you on certain matter. I'm ready, but you're not ready. It's better not to talk at this moment. And many years ago, I saw a member who was kind of very impolite. Did something at the center. Oh, I saw that. Actually, I wanted to talk to him right away, but somehow I discovered he was so angry. He was so unstable with his emotion. So I just calm him down, relax. No more talking. At the moment, he's not going to listen to me. Even I'm Rinpo Hangi, but he may not, have the patience to listen to me. I remember this instant, but I wait patiently for a few weeks. Then one day I called this person. I said, I wanted to meet you at Jade Buddha Temple at a certain hour. Could you come and talk to me? He came. I was a little surprised. After he opened the door, got into the room, he folded his palms. Venerable Hangyi, I wanted to repent. I wanted to say sorry to you about my attitude at the center a few weeks ago. I did not mention anything. He automatically noticed that perhaps today the reason for me to invite him to the temple, to talk to him, the subject is that related with his attitude at the center. So timing is important. I was talking to this person for some time. He listened to me. So find the right time to talk to friends, not the wrong time. Even you are providing very meaningful words, beautiful words, very kind-hearted words. But if the person is not ready to listen, then find another time. The second one is when we talk sincerely. It's important. When we talk sincerely. Right now, I try to use all my sincerity to talk to you. I wanted to do my best. Okay? And even I feel my English is not good enough, but I wanted to do my best to offer what I understand about these subjects, to share with you sincerely. Okay? And then the third one is when we talk, it's better to arrange 层次怎么说，次第怎么说 ？Organize your talk. Even 3 minutes talk, 5 minutes talk. How are you going to organize your thoughts before you talk? That means it's going to help listeners easily understand what you are talking about. You don't want to jump from different area, make people confused. Okay. Talk organizedly. Also, when we talk, especially during friends' conversation, when we talk, we wanted to produce harmony among people. We don't want to divide people. Every time when people talk to me about other Buddhist temples around Houston or in Texas, I wanted to remind myself, when I talk, I want to talk to increase harmony among groups, not divisions. Okay. Then, when we talk happily and with your joyful attitude. Then we don't want to discriminate any listeners. You are intelligent. Oh, you are not so intelligent. Okay. We don't want to discriminate anyone. We wanted to respect all listeners with the same attitude. Sometimes when people well educated from the school, they earn certain degrees. Okay? And sometimes because of their fame, okay, their popularity and all kinds of phenomena, then people may have arrogance. Okay? They discriminate listeners. So another teaching from this sutra is never develop your arrogance after you finish the talk. Okay. Sometimes after the talk, some of you may say, Venerable Hangyi, I enjoy your talk. I say, very appreciate, thank you. I always remind myself, use those praise as encouragement, not going to increase my arrogance. Okay. And also always follow the Dharma, follow reasons. If I discover I argue with someone without reasons, just emotionally I want to win. Okay, I don't have argument with you. I wanted to win this emotional reaction. This is not a reasonable attitude. So always follow the Dharma. for reasons. Okay. Finally, I wanted to share some experience that I have, okay, that I wanted to share with you. Because in the past few decades, I should say that I'm not the person who likes to talk all the time. Especially in front of the public. Go to the stage. That was my personality, to go to the stage, talking to people. But as a monk, I was encouraged, forced, to go to the stage, do the talking. And but somehow I always try to learn every time when I talk. Before the talk, I wanted to prepare myself. Okay. And after the talk, I wanted to remember something that was very useful, something maybe not useful. Then next time, I wanted to avoid those unuseful way of talking. And today, the first experience, the first thoughts that I have in my mind, I want to share with you. Sometimes when we talk too little. It's not enough. Sometimes we talk too much. Too little, too much. It's always go to the extreme. It's not ideal. It's not ideal. Let me use this example. We decided to cancel the Spring Festival at Bodhi Center. That's it. We decided to cancel the Spring Festival at the center for this year. That's it. No more other talking. For some of you, if you already understand the reason, perhaps you feel it's okay. How about the first time you heard those words? Maybe you have a kind of question, why? Why? Okay. Automatically you feel, why we decided to cancel this event. So it's better to have another sentence because of the coronavirus. Okay. And we don't want to let the local guests feel very uncomfortable to go to the center. So we cancel this event for this year. Okay. So it's better to have another sentence follow to explain why we cancel this event. Not just say we cancel the event. That's it. Okay. Sometimes explain it a little more. Okay. And when I talk to wives, ladies, they complain this pretty often to me. My husband talks very little. Not clear enough, not enough. Sometimes, wives, they wanted to listen more. Why? Okay, perhaps some other reasons. Also, sometimes we talk too much. We talk too much. Okay, talking too much. Why we cancel the event? After we had our first meeting with Mr. A, Mr. B, Mrs. C, all volunteers to have the first meeting, the second meeting. We call, many groups or volunteers to support the event. If I started to tell all these procedures, all historical process, that is too much. Yeah. Not everyone needs to understand all those contents. So don't talk too little, don't talk too much. And find a way, the talking is perfect, just right. Okay. Maybe it's not easy, yes. The second thought that I have is, during conversation, save some time for others to talk. Do not occupy all the time for yourself. We have 15 minutes for 3 people to talk. I use 12 minutes. I use 14 minutes. That is not ideal. It's better to save other 10 minutes to other 2 people. Save some time for others to talk. Do not occupy all the time for yourself. That is a good way of talking to others. Then, when you see someone who's hesitating to talk, who's not accustomed to talk to others during certain gathering, okay, she's not going to talk. And perhaps we can help by asking questions. And asking some question is very easy to answer. When did you come to Houston? Okay. And when did you have a chance to get in touch with our group? Okay. Sometimes easy question to open up someone's mouth. Okay. By asking simple questions, comfortable questions to some individuals to help them to talk. Some people, they don't really want to prepare to talk. Then the next one is always listen before we talk. If someone wants to talk to you, especially when I go to hospitals, visiting patients. After I sit down, I will say hello. Then, if the patient wants to talk to me, I will spare most of the time to listen. Listen to this person. He needs someone to listen. Simple listening. Finally, perhaps we use a few minutes to say something to this person. Okay. Then always remember, in a certain gathering, you are always able to talk for 1 or 2 minutes. You are always to be able to talk. And also, in case there's no time for you to talk, you feel it's okay. That is the attitude that I participate in all kinds of gathering. When I see the Sangha meeting, I wanted to ask myself, if someone asked me to say something, what should I say? If there's no time for me to talk, even I prepare my speech, then it's okay. Let other people to talk. Then I can save my speech for next time. Then you don't have struggles inside you. You still feel it's okay. It's all right. So thank you, and I wanted to open the floor to all of you and see what you have in your mind about right speech